Now I get it, you're a guy who's probably tired of the way that your clothes fit you, so you picked up a sewing machine because you want to change all that. But there's some mistakes that some beginners can make, and even some seasoned vets that a lot of people don't even think about. It just causes a lot of unnecessary headaches, so let's set you up for success in the beginning. Pushing the pedal way too fast. You've got a need for speed. You see, most people don't know that their sewing machine pedal, or that a sewing machine pedal is it's pressure sensitive, just like your car's gas pedal is. It's not like an on or an off type of thing. You can either sew really, really fast or really, really slow. And it's tempting, it's really tempting to start sewing really fast in the beginning, especially because you're excited. You're excited because you've had the confidence to try this out. So you're like, yeah, let's get into this, let's do it. I think you should subscribe. You're this close, you're so close to having better fitting clothes. But stepping on that pedal as hard as you can in the beginning, it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea because it could end up leading to puckered side seams and uneven stitches, and just cause more problems than it's worth. I mean, next thing you know, your thread keeps breaking over and over again, or you break your needle over and over again, and you're sitting there wondering why, like what's going on, and why are my garments coming out like hot garbage? This SD guy said this whole tailoring thing was easy. I'm gonna go find that guy. Well, I live in Minnesota and I don't leave home like ever. And I saw one of you at Walmart one time. That was funny. Ease into this, start slow, and learn how your sewing machine acts and reacts to your movements. Get a feel for how fast or how slow it responds when you increase the pressure or decrease the pressure. That's a really big one. Because there's gonna be a lot of times when, as time goes on, you're gonna get better at this and you can sew faster, but you're gonna need to slow down really quickly to make some adjustments. And you wanna know, okay, if I slow down at this moment right here, when will my sewing machine react to that action that I just took? So your stitches, they're gonna look way better when you have more control because you're going slow. Improper threading. Turn it off! Is it off now? Okay, good. Always make sure your sewing machine is off before you thread it. Take your thread, put it on that spool, and then just follow the idiot-proof instructions on where to thread it throughout your sewing machine. Like it shows you little numbers on where to put it. It's awesome. All those hooks and tension discs are important, but this is even more important. Don't forget to lift that presser foot before you thread it. That's gonna open up the tension discs in your machine so the thread can nicely slide on in there. It's a really common mistake to thread your sewing machine with the presser foot down, which means the tension discs are gonna be closed, which means that your thread can't go in there and you don't have any tension. And if you don't have any tension, you'll end up with some loose and messy stitches and breaking thread and your sewing machine making angry noises like Also check that take-up lever. Make sure your thread goes through the take-up lever as well. That's a really big one to miss. Not installing your bobbin correctly. Now your bobbin is the small spool of thread that goes in the bottom of your sewing machine that makes up the bottom portion of your stitch. And you may know how to wind a bobbin, you may know where that bobbin goes, but you gotta make sure that you install it correctly too. Because installing it incorrectly can lead to a lot of those aforementioned problems too. You know, breaking thread, bunching stitches, angry sewing machine noises. Your machine should have some instructions on how your bobbin should be thread to the back of your sewing machine, depending on whether or not it's a drop-in bobbin or a side-loading bobbin. If it's a side-loading bobbin, may God have mercy on your soul. I'm sorry, I hate those. I do with a passion. But on my brother's sewing machine, all I have to do is just make sure that when I put my bobbin in and I put my thread in there, I need to make sure my thread goes through that little notch right there and that ultimately it looks like a P. I want my thread or my bobbin to look like a P. If it looks like a 9, I'm gonna have a bad time. And then give it a little bit of a tug, as in like a lot of bit of a tug. Give it some tail, give it some length at the back of your sewing machine. You wanna pull it back there because when you start sewing, it'll end up pulling it forward a little bit. And if you don't have enough of a tail there, it's gonna end up, well, just not making the bottom portion of your stitch in the beginning and you're gonna be mad. Do you have a dress shirt that's too long that you wanna shorten, but you wanna make sure that you can still wear it untucked with the curved hem? Oddly specific, I know, but we're gonna go do that in the next video. Go check it out. I will see you over there. SD out. See ya.